This is Egan Bernal's Pinarello Dogma F12 X-Lite. Is this bike going to dominate stage races in 2020? Now normally I'd be on the ground next to the bike, picking it up and weighing it myself, rather than stuck here in voiceover land. However, the bike was shot for us by our mates over at GCN in Español, or GCN en Español, in Colombia, and I'm back in the UK, so this is voiceover time. Anyway, fear not, I've got all the cool details about it, and it's been weighed by the GCN en Español scales of truth. Firstly, the frame remains unchanged from 2019. Ineos continue to ride the Pinarello Dogma F12, although this is the special X-Lite version. It's ever so slightly lighter, around 100 to 200 grams than the standard version, and it's favoured by Team Ineos leaders. It's kitted out here with Shimano Dura Ace components and 60mm Dura Ace tubular wheels. Tyres are the Continental Competition Pro Limited tubulars in 25mm, very nice, and Ineos are still using rim brakes for 2020. And in this respect, they're now in the minority, with most teams choosing to use disc brakes this season. For gearing, Bernal is running a 54-42 Dura Ace chainset matched to an 1130 cassette. Now, we often see the pros switch out the chainsets depending on the parcours of the race. Geraint Thomas has favoured a 56-tooth chainring in the past on races with fast descents. Although for the mountains, I fully expect Egan Bernal to use a standard 53-39. It's currently in a kind of road bike time trial mode for the Tour of Colombia with the 60mm Shimano wheels too. Other details to show it's in full race mode, where you've got the blue timing chip on the right fork and the race number. Bernal is using number 1. On top of the Pinarello seat post is a Fizik Antares R1 saddle with carbon rails. Interesting little detail, the mechanics have marked Bernal's saddle with 2 little white dots to help get the position spot on. Bernal is using the Pinarello F12 proprietary most one-piece cockpit up front. His stem length is 130mm and the bar width is 40cm. It's a very neat design, this cockpit, and the cables run through the stem internally and then either side of the steerer tube. I'm also a big fan of his bar tape. The mechanics have done a really neat job with this. There's not any finishing tape in sight. There's also the proprietary out front most mount that integrates into the bars under the stem for Bernal's head unit. And something else about his cockpit is there aren't any additional shifter buttons on the bars, just the standard lever setup. A lot of pros do like to have additional shifters on the tops or sprint shifters on the drops. None here though. Finishing up with the other components, we've got standard Dura Ace pedals, Elite Vico carbon bottle cages, a Shimano Powermeter, a K-Edge chain catcher, and a little neat Egan Bernal label with the Colombian flag. Nice little detail. Measurements now, and the saddle height is 75cm from the centre of the bottom bracket, and the end of the saddle to the bars is 47cm. The saddle drop is 13cm, so quite a bit of drop. Crank length is 170mm, and this is a size 53cm Dogma F12. Now, we weighed the bike and it came in at 7.1 kilograms on our scales. At the Tour last year, with lighter climbing wheels and the smaller chainset, Bernal's bike was coming in at 6.8 kilograms when we weighed it. So that's quite interesting that those components make a bit of difference. Right, I hope you've enjoyed this close-up look at Bernal's bike, and stay tuned for more pro bikes. We like to keep them nice and up-to-date on the channel, and let us know on social media what you think about Ineos being one of the few teams continuing to use rim brakes this season.